Graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022 with a sports communication and media degree. I got to actually call minor league baseball and G League basketball games while I was in school. And then I graduated, and as soon as I graduated, I went to NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. And as much as I loved that experience, I miss putting on the headsets. I decided, you know what, talk is cheap. I have a laptop that's in my house, and so 21 months later, here we are, still on YouTube, calling games and building an incredible, loving community on here with the people that I call my Philly freaks with a capital P and a capital H. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, and we do it like old school radio play-by-play style. I'm Jason Joseph, and this is Play-by-Play with JJ.
I showed a swung on barrel out to right field. Bye-bye baseball.
That baby is long gone.
Hello, everybody. What's going on? Welcome aboard to another Philadelphia 76ers cast. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. Hopefully, you're all doing well and having yourselves a very, very fantastic day. Did not realize that the shadows are a little bit real here. I don't understand why. I thought that I had it angled a little bit differently, but I guess not. Let's try this. See if that's a little bit better. What's going on? Hopefully you're all doing well. We got another Sixers game tonight. All right, Sixers are taking on the Utah Jazz, and we are trying to get a top 5 pick. I mean, that is really the goal. We can't fall out of the top 7. We all know that Oklahoma City would end up getting that pick, and if it's the 7th through the 30th or the 32nd, yeah, man. No Joel, no Maxey, no George, no Gordon, no Lauri, and no Jared McKeon in tonight's game. And so, what else do we got? So we are ready to get underway in just a few seconds. Why is this? Let's go back to here, and let's try this. And okay, there we go. Good stuff. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, and make sure you guys hit the subscribe button as well. Again, the Sixers are taking on the Utah Jazz. Oh my gosh. So there we go. Who's Evan, my guy? I don't know who Evan is. Oh wait. Evan, what's going on, man? How are ya? Oh my gosh, Evan. Oh my gosh, I'm so good to see you. Wow. Holy moly. I'm so sorry. I thought you were somebody else. Oh my gosh, dude. It's so good to see you. It really is. Oh my gosh. All right. Hope you're doing well, man. I miss seeing you. I do. All right. So we got Sixers basketball underway. Sorry, that just totally threw me off. Oh my gosh, man. It's so good to see you on here. You got to tell everybody at the office to say hi. Here we go. There's a little layup that's up and in by Lauri Markannen, right? All right, so we got Yabusele, we got Edwards, we got Drummond, we got Oubre, and Grimes out there for the Sixers. Then it's Collier, Sensbaugh, Filipowski, KJ Martin, Johnny Juzang, and Isaiah Collier. There's a shot that goes up. It's no good. Andre Drummond grabs the rebound, puts it back up, and puts it in. Oh, it's so good to see you, my friend. It's so good to see you, man. Looking good. Wow, you forget so quickly. Dude, I was like, wait, Evan. And then I was looking at Ivy, and I was like, oh my gosh, JJ the Jet Plane. What's going on, dude? I'm so happy to see you. 2-2 is the score. Utah just took the lead. It's now 4-2 as KJ Martin had the ball. Sixers get the ball stolen away as Quentin Grimes was trying to get it over towards the near side, and then they just pickpocketed his handles, and Isaiah Collier makes the 2, and Grimes gets called for a shooting foul. So it's 6-2 Utah. The Jazz this year, they're 15-48. They have a 7-24 record on the road, and the Sixers, we all know 21-41 is their record. They're 11-21 at home. Second free throw is good. So it's 7-2 Utah. Sixers are going from left to right. Quentin Grimes is out there for the Sixers. The Sixers are in their blue and white uniforms. Drummond gets the ball down low, goes up with a shot, rejected by Collier. Offensive rebound by Gershon Yabusele. The Sixers pass it around the timeline. Edwards goes down towards the baseline. Grimes on the perimeter for 3. Grimes knocks it down. Quentin Grimes from 27 feet, and Justin Edwards gets the assist. So it's a 2-point lead for Utah. And we're almost about 2 minutes underway. Sixers played the Jazz last on December 28th, and they beat them by a score of 114-111 in that game. It's Martin, Filipowski, Sensbaugh, Juzang, and Collier. Sensbaugh for 3 with the shot clock winding down. You bet. And that makes it now 10-5. Sixers have got to do a better job if they want to win this game, trying to do what they can guarding the perimeter. Drummond gets it down low from Quentin Grimes off the little bounce pass, and he goes up a little skyhook and makes the 2. And it's back to a 10-7 game. Or it's back to a 3-point game, I should say. I'm good. Yes. Nice to see everybody, man. I want to tell you all some stuff after the timeout. Lauri Markannen for 3. Got it to go. Was that Markannen? Oh my gosh, we are a little bit off. That was Kyle Filipowski for a 3. Here's Edwards for a 3 on the other side, and he answers back and knocks it down. 9 minutes left in the first quarter. It's 13-10 Utah. Collier being guarded heavily by Kelly Oubre Jr. over at the logo, dribbles over towards the right side, and now has Andre Drummond on him. He wants to dance. He puts up a tray. Yabusele grabs the rebound off of the long miss, and Grimes controlling the tempo. Yabu on the near wing of the three-point line. Bounce pass inside to Andre Drummond. A kick out over to Quentin Grimes. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Drummond down low. Lost the ball. Gets it back. Picks it outside. Over to Kelly Oubre Jr. A catch and shoot three. Oh, pump fake. He can't get it. It was just a little bit long, and the board again belongs to Utah. So the Sixers have just not done a good job at shooting the three on the perimeter today. Edwards comes away with a steal. Edwards to Grimes. Near wing to far wing for a three-pointer. And a long rebound for Utah. And they're looking to try to get another bucket here, and they do. It was a dump-off pass from Isaiah Collier all the way to Johnny Juzang, former UCLA college player. Justin Edwards again over on the elbow, gives it back to Drummond, and Drummond for three, and he can't hit it. It's too long again. Collier gets the rebound. Outlet pass to Filipowski as he throws it down with two hands, and there's a touchdown pass from Isaiah Collier. What's going on? Jay says you need coffee, JJ. We'll talk, all right? We'll talk. 7:41 left to go in the first quarter. It's an 8-point lead for Utah. All right. 18-10 is the score. With 7 minutes and 41 seconds left to go, Filipowski goes up for an and one opportunity, and he knocks it down. So that makes it now 19-10. 7:35 left to go in the first quarter. Oubre will dump it off over to Yabusele, and Grimes now dumps it back over to Kelly Oubre Jr. Drummond with a pass over to Quentin Grimes is over on the baseline. Drummond's floater inside, no good. Rebound by Justin Edwards. A foul line, Jay connects. He got it to go 14 feet, and Edwards able to pull on up. Filipowski all of a sudden just has been red hot. And Collier gets it at the top of the perimeter. Over on the near wing is Johnny Juzang. Juzang for three. Goes up with it and knocks it down. And Johnny Juzang gets his first tray. Filipowski leading the way for Utah with 11 points. And he is 2 for 2 from downtown. Yabu goes over towards the nail. Puts up a 2. And he can't get it. It's rebounded by Philadelphia as the ball goes out of bounds. And we have a timeout taken by the 76ers. They'll be back in just a little bit. What's going on? I joined yesterday, he says. All right, guys. All right, so I want to go back to the monologue screen for a second. All right. I'm really sorry for being a little bit late. I've been trying to do a lot of things. I've been trying to juggle so much. All right, I'm being honest with you. We've been doing like all the spring training games, and I'm not like trying to like make any sort of excuses. So I'm just saying though, like if my energy does seem a little bit low today, if it does look like I'm a little bit, I don't know, I don't want to say out of it, but if it does look like I'm a little bit fatigued, it's because honestly, I'm being honest, straight up, it's been a lot. It's been a lot, and I'm not trying to make any sort of excuses or anything, but you know, it's really a lot. Just sort of getting back into the swing of things. But I'm doing my really, really best. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, really doing my best, and I'm trying to push myself because the only way, right, that you end up like getting to where you want to be. Sometimes you really got to push yourself and you got to get out of your comfort zone. And so that's the one thing that we're really trying to do this year when it comes to this whole thing. So after the Super Bowl was done, I said to myself, man, like I'm going to rest up and then we're just going to go. You know what I'm saying? So we're just trying to do that. And I appreciate all you guys so much for all the love and the support, man. We're trying to get to that 5K before opening day. But yeah, it's been a lot, and I'm still ready to go on for the challenge, man. You know, I never overdo it, but you know, we love doing this. You might need more PD for endurance. I could always use a boost, man, from Evan. Evan's the best, man. Evan's great. I miss you guys, man. I do. That sort of also kind of threw me off, too. I was like, oh my gosh, Evan's here. Wow. I haven't seen Evan in a while. Put a big smile on my face, and that kind of also took me off a little bit, too. In a good way. In a good way. It caught me by surprise. Stay hydrated. We got our water right here, so we're all good to go. And don't worry, as the game goes on, we also build the energy too, so we start off a little bit slow, then we get pretty fast. 22-12, Utah leads it by 10. 6:35 left to go. Sixers get the ball stolen away from Utah. There's a shot that goes up. It's no good. And on the second try, Keyonte George ends up getting his own miss and puts it back up and puts it in. Grimes over on the perimeter on the far wing for a 3 off the catch and shoot shot. He can't hit it, and it's rebounded by Utah again. So Utah has 24 points. The Sixers have just 12 points so far. There's 6:05 left to go. Sixers are in their blue and white uniforms with the stars going down each side of the jersey, and the Jazz are in their white and black uniforms as well. George on the drive to the basket, and George has his way. Keyonte George, that is, got by Gershon Yabusele and was able to take him right over to the cup. 14-point lead for the Jazz. Yabu with a catch-and-shoot 3 from the top of the key. That one's short as well. Juzang comes up with his miss, and Utah has possession. 26-12, and Utah so far in this game, well, they're shooting 4 for 5 from 3, and the Sixers are just 2 for 7. So just not really good shooting by Philadelphia. What else is new? A little layup that's up and in as Keyonte George again able to get a rebound and able to take advantage of the mismatches that the Sixers provided them. 28-12. Oubre goes over towards the foul line, and he is blitzed. He needs help. He'll actually try to take it himself over towards the cup. That was not easy. He got triple teamed over at the nail, and he still was able to fizzle and razzle and dazzle his way over towards the rim. Another catch-and-shoot 3 by Utah. They finally are human. Filipowski tried to make some space and get himself a rebound, but he was fouled, and it'll be on Philadelphia. I mean, the Sixers, obviously, they are in tank mode. There's no doubt about it, but you still would like to try to see some good effort from guys like Quentin Grimes, Lonnie Walker IV, and other guys, and just have them step up. 4:49 left to go in quarter number 1. Yabusele is going to head on over to the bench. Jared Butler comes in for Justin Edwards as the first free throw is no good. I also forget that, like, when I look up at the scoreboard here, it's always ahead. Always. Always, 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 man. What's up, Asia? How are you doing, my friend? I applaud you, JJ, for your dedication. No, I appreciate it, man. It's not easy, but, you know, no peaks and valleys, man. Peaks and valleys all the time. You know what I'm saying? 29-14, 4:45 left to go in the first quarter. Another catch-and-shoot 3 by Lonnie Walker. He's been hitting a lot of them ever since he got sent over to Philadelphia, but he's human for the Sixers. Another catch-and-shoot shot by Kyle Filipowski for Utah. He can't make it. Grimes gets the rebound. He tries to go coast to coast. He gives it back out over to Kelly Oubre, who goes down the lane and tries to put up a left-handed floater and can't connect. A rebound by Cody Williams, and Williams has the ball. He'll dribble it and pass it over to Isaiah Collier, who's at the Wells Fargo Center side. He wants to try to take on Adem Bona, who just came on in for the Sixers. Bona could not stand his ground, but he did get a rebound, and we have a loose ball foul called on Kyle Filipowski. We are 5 subscribers away from from getting to the 4,900 mark, folks. It's beautiful. It's absolutely awesome. They're looking to see if this is a goaltend, and it is not. Sixers down by 15 points with 4 minutes to go in quarter number one. Butler's on the perimeter. He's actually in between the circles now. Goes towards the right side. A kick out to Oubre, and Oubre's layup. He got it to go. Left-handed layup by K9, and Jared Butler comes away with the assist for the Sixers. Sixers got to play defense on the other side. They actually dodged a bullet. Adem Bona gets a rebound off of the missed layup by Isaiah Collier. Walker for three at the top of the perimeter. In and out it goes. Bona rebound. Bona tries to get some space, and we have a foul called again on Utah. Isaiah Collier this year, well, this is a guy who's been coming off the bench. He's still young. He's really young. He's 20 years old. He was the 29th pick by the Jazz in last year's draft, went to USC, and is averaging 7.5 points per game, along with 6 assists as well. Sixers inbound it. Walker inside the three-point arc. Gives it over to Kelly Oubre Jr. Oubre's floater. It takes 2 bounces and still cannot fall down. Utah's board. Utah has the rebound. Sensbaugh, Williams, Potter, Mikhailiuk, and George all out there for the Jazz. Lots of new guys out there for Utah. They're playing their younger guys tonight. No Jordan Clarkson, no John Collins, no Walker Kessler, no Lauri Markanen, and no Colin Sexton, and also no Taylor Hendricks either. So that's another reason why, not to, again, make excuses, but, I mean, they have their G League squad up here tonight, too. 29-16, and Grimes heads on over to the bench. Ricky Council the fourth will enter on in for Quentin Grimes, and we have a personal foul called on, or an 8-second violation that's called on Utah. And so the Sixers will get the ball back. Oubre inbounds it over to Jared Butler. Butler with a give off over to Kelly Oubre. Butler again has it over at the nail, and he throws it away. He does. He throws it away just right into the breadbasket of Keontae George. Come on, man. 2:45 left to be played in the first quarter. George at the top of the key, a catch and shoot three. It's good. Micah Potter off of the assistant Keontae George comes up with the tray. 32-19, and 2.5 minutes left to be played in the first quarter. Butler with a catch and shoot three-pointer, and he answers back with a tray of his own. Good job by him. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Sixers really just have been struggling and just continue to do such a bad job shooting the basketball as they have been all season long. Sixers will triple-team Potter. No fouls called as he tried to escape what was a blitz downhill. Adem Bona crashed the glass off of the missed three by Bryce Sensabaugh. Sixers are on a little bit of some speed as Butler tries to finish at the rim, and he's fouled pretty hard. He is. Oh, man. Dude, how do we feel as we go into a timeout? How do we feel about Josh Allen's contract, man? How do we feel about Josh Allen's contract, dude? Why don't they just try out some fans to play for the rest of the year, says Den Brew. It's a good question. Yeah, they are, like, resting everybody, man. They really are. They are resting all of their starters. This is like the whole entire G League squad that's playing. If you are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button as well. DK got traded to Pittsburgh? No way. No way. There's no way that DK Metcalf is now on Pittsburgh, dude. That's insane. That's so insane. Wow. That is wild. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, man. And hit that subscribe button as well. What happened with Josh Allen? $330 million for 6 years, dude. All these deals are happening now. It was all because of there was a big domino. I don't know. Was Myles Garrett like the big domino, would you say? And then everything else just happened? I don't know. Schefter just posted, yeah, Denver just reported that too. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. Oh, Evan, I'm so happy to see you. Dude, let me subscribe to your channel, man. I'm going to subscribe to Evan. I'm going to be his first subscriber, man. It's beautiful. Adam Schefter just posted it. That's like what it seems like, dude. It seems like that's like what's happened. Oh. 32-19 Utah. Anything else going on for the tank-a-thon tonight? I don't think there's any other games that are that important for the Philadelphia 76ers. We got 17 people on here watching. Thank you all so much for being on here. I really appreciate it. For a second and a sixth round pick. Jeez. That's insane. Butler's going to go to the line. First free throw. He knocks it down. It's 32-20. Sixers trail by 12. Oh, yeah, we got the New Orleans Pelicans on. Free throw number 2. It is up and in.
Excellent.
Sixers trying to play defense as Utah loses the ball, goes out of bounds. It'll still be Utah basketball, though. Sixers tonight have Alex Reese out there. Also have Adem Bona, Jared Butler, Lonnie Walker IV, and Ricky Council IV as well. Senzabal misses a 2. McCallie got the rebound. And I think that there was a foul called. That's going to be on Philadelphia. Now they call it goaltending. It's on Adem Bona who tried to reach up and go on over the rim to try to get a block there. And the Sixers are going to challenge this. I don't know why they would, because it clearly looked like it was a goaltending. But they are, and they'll be back in just a little bit. Time is it? It's 8:02. Evan, are you still on? I hope so. We need 5 more subs, man, until we get to 4,900. I feel bad because Evan probably saw me at like my worst. It's like he comes on and he sees me at my worst. Ugh. Pascal Siakam just got fined $25,000 for confronting and directing profane language towards game officials. It's according to Underdog NBA. They do a great job, too. There's a missed layup that's no good, and the rebound goes to Reese, and Reese puts it back up and puts it in. Sixers down by 9 with 1 minute and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. So we have a 32-23 lead for Utah. That is a 32-23 deficit, I should say. Wow. And Council trying to play defense out there. Can't get the rebound. Instead, it goes to Lonnie Walker the fourth for the Philadelphia 76ers. Walker the fourth to Council. Try to throw up an alley-oop pass, and it's rejected by Utah again. Man, oh man. Sixers have to play defense again, and the ball does go out of bounds. There's 42.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter. We have another whistle called. Sixers are running a lineup of Jared Butler, Lonnie Walker the fourth, Alex Reese, Ricky Council the fourth, and Adem Bona. That's how you know we're in the process. We're back in the process years, man. A little drive to the basket from Sensball, and David Roddy is the one who Reese is the one who sacrifices his body, and it'll be Sixers ball as he gets called for a charge. Who swaps 6-rounders? My pick for the day is Jazz 120 to defeat the Sixers 108. Trust the reprocess. 7 seconds differentiated in the shot clock from the game clock. It is 32-23. Butler with a little alley-oop pass to Adem Bona. He can't make it the first time. He grabs his own rebound and lays it down with two hands. 32-25, and it's a 9-0 run by Philadelphia. Want them to increase their odds in the tank-a-thon standings. 8 seconds left on the game clock. George, that's Keontae George, gets the ball knocked loose, and it's stolen by Butler. Butler tries to solo it, and he gets a left-handed layup to go. 1.2 seconds left. George with a half-court prayer. He airballs it, and that'll wrap up quarter number one. It is 32-27, a 5-point lead for Utah as they go into quarter number two, and the Utah Jazz lead it by 5. Trust the reprocess. That's so great. Did Evan leave? I feel so bad. Ugh. Evan saw me at my worst. But you know what I like about doing this, man? Like, I know I'm going to have good streams. I know I'm going to have bad streams. But ultimately, at the end of the day, like, I have all of y'all coming on here still to support me. And that's such a breath of fresh air, man. Y'all have no idea. It is such a breath of fresh air that y'all are still here. And y'all are still rocking with me, you know? It's pretty cool. I was thinking about something the other day. You know, I never forget this deep down. But it took me 8 years to learn how to ride a bike. Not joking. 8 years. Getting on and off the bike, 2 years. You know, when I was really young, I needed physical therapy, like in school, speech therapy and occupational therapy. And I bring all this stuff up because it's a reminder. You know, once I actually started pedaling on my own, and even just the whole process of getting on and off the bike, and then being able to take off the pedals, learn about balance, mastering that, and then mastering riding the actual bike itself, and having my dad, like, let go. All that time, I worked, and I worked, and finally got over that hump. And so the moral of the story is that no matter how long it takes you to accomplish whatever goal it is in your life, there is no better feeling in the entire world than conquering something that you struggled with. You know? And that's how I feel about whatever I do on here. I'm going to have successes. I'm going to have failures. But this whole thing is a time machine. It is. And that's really cool. Seeing the ups and the downs. 32-27 is the score. Sixers come away with a steal to start off quarter number 2 as the Jazz inbounded it. And Jared Butler makes a nice little layup. And that makes it now a 32-29 ball game. We've played just a minute in this second quarter so far. Here's a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. That's no good. Council gets the rebound. Outlet pass over to Jared Butler. And Butler's on the perimeter. Gives it back over to Council, who drives it down the lane. He spins, he turns, he goes up with a 2, and rattles it in. And makes it now a 32-31 ball game. Sixers down by 1 point. We got 15 concurrent viewers on here. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. Philadelphia down by 1. Adembona still out there for the Sixers. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer by Keontae George. Can't get it. And the steal by the center Filipowski, and he is fouled. Mike says, get Andre Drummond in the basketball game right now. Why? Because it's so close? Is that why? The Jazz have gone on a field goal drought over the last 3 minutes and 20 seconds. And the Sixers have done a better job on defense. Jazz will inbound it, and they get an easy bucket as they get a layup to go. All right, so that makes it 34-31. Cody Williams at the 2. Walker will drive it inside. He's fouled. And he will head on over to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That's Kyle Filipowski, who comes on in. 34-31. Free throw number 1. It's up, and it's good to make it a 2-point lead for the Jazz. Walker with the second foul shot. He gets it to go. Let's go, baby.
Excellent.
It's a 1-point deficit now for the Philadelphia 76ers, and a catch-and-shoot 3 by Filipowski is no good. Alex Reese gets the rebound, and an outlet pass over to Lonnie Walker the 4th. So Walker will drive it inside. He'll kick it out again over to Alex Reese. Another dump-off pass to Jeff Doughton Jr. over at the Honda sign, and now stands at the top of the key. Doughton steps back, launches a 3, and he airballed it. It actually hit the backboard and didn't even hit the rim, and the shot clock violation is called. So, yeah, now that I've told my little story, have you guys, just want to know, and you guys don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but have you guys, had something that was really challenging for you, then you were just finally able to get over that hump, and you were just like, I'm really proud that I did that? Because that's what the whole bicycle story taught me. Here we go. Sixers have the ball. Lonnie Walker, the 4th at the top of the key. A bounce pass inside to Jeff Doughton Jr., and Doughton Jr.'s layup is good. And the Sixers have the lead. They lead it 35-34 against the Utah Jazz. And a timeout taken. So, yeah, if you guys have any types of stories like that, where you accomplished something that was a big fear of yours or something that took you a long time to succeed with, let us know. Sixers were down by as many as 16 points, right? Yeah. That was their largest deficit. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button. And turn on those bell icons too. And that way you'll know when we go live. Have the Union started their season back? Today is not the day for the Sixers to win. Today's not a win day. Oh, Doris, why do you do this to yourself? Why do you keep broadcasting the shame? Because, Doris, I'm committed. That's why. I don't give up. Giving up is for quitters. I ain't a damn quitter. I said from the very beginning when I started this for this year, I said that I was going to do all their games no matter what, no matter how I feel. And damn, I'm doing it. I don't take days off, man. Doesn't matter what it is. I said that I would do it. It doesn't matter if they go 0-82, I said. How do I still watch this? I do it because I feel like I'm doing a job. You know, when you're broadcasting for a team, obviously, like when I'm doing it for another company, you know, there's different rules, right? I'm not like, I would have made my spotting boards, would have done other things, but, you know, I do take it seriously, man. And, you know, the fan in me may not be happy with this team, but guess what? When you have a job to do, you don't just not show up. 36-35 is the score. Doughton Jr. goes up for a layup on the right side and makes it a 1-point lead. Only comes down to crush the process. No, I understand. 37-36, and Utah answers back with an alley-oop of their own. KJ Martin threw down a nice pass from Keontae George. Doughton again on the perimeter. He's over on the far right side. He dribbles with the right hand. He goes over towards the baseline. He tried to pass it, and it was stolen by Filipowski. And he'll try to drive it inside. Juzang for three. In and out it goes. And another rebound by Philadelphia. 38-37. All right, Adembona gets the ball knocked loose, and it's stolen back by Philadelphia. All right, and Doughton Jr. goes up for a three and connects. Doors, I ain't doing it for them. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for me because, you know, I keep my word, man. 40-38. Sixers lead it by 2. Here's another catch-and-shoot three-pointer by Utah. That's no good. Rebound by Philadelphia again. Council with a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. Too strong. And rebound goes to Utah again. Sixers lead it by 2 with 7:04 left to be played in the second quarter. Utah gets some space, and here's another three-pointer. That's off the mark from Keontae George. George in this game 0 for 2 from 3, 4 for 8 from the field. Walker with a tray. Got it to go. Lonnie Walker the fourth. Well, he's been everything that the Sixers have said that he was supposed to be. A good three-point shooter and a guy who can certainly space the floor. Filipowski throws it away as Walker comes up with a steal. Walker to Doughton, and Doughton for three. Bang! 8-point lead for the 76ers And there's 6.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter. So it is an 8-point lead. Utah, their money line now is up to plus 150. And for the Sixers, it's minus 190. Reese gets called for a shooting foul. There was a drive inside by Filipowski, and he is fouled. Is Drummond hurt? Is Andre Drummond hurt? I don't know. I have no clue. I wouldn't watch that season. Yeah, but Doors, if you're getting paid to do that, money talks. Money talks, my guy. Harvey says you have to pull Jeff Doughton Jr. at this point. I would be a fan of the team, but the season and the roster. No, I understand, man. I get it. It's hard to watch, must admit. Now, he's not back in the game. I don't think that... I didn't get an update on what the report is on Andre Drummond, man. Sixers are on a 30-6 run, and they lead by 8 with 6:17 left to go in the first quarter. Grimes is over on the far right side, throws it, and it is going to go out of bounds. Don't text and drive, my guy. 46 points for the Sixers, 40 for the Utah Jazz. Grimes again over at the three-point line. Finds a Dembona downhill in the dunker spot, and he throws it down with two hands. 48-40. Celtics have had some bad seasons, and yet they've won a lot of championships, my guy. It's a testament, though, to how great your franchise is. 48-42, as the two-point shot is up and in. Butler swings it outside. There's a catch-and-shoot three-pointer by Quentin Grimes, and that is up and good. He knocks it down from the far corner as Quentin Grimes drops one from three. 9-point lead for the Sixers. He's been sort of the only bright spot for the Sixers as Grimes comes away with a steal. Turns it back over, though, as he gets pushed. But I think that they are going to call a foul. I think that they are. Oubre's not out there. I don't think that they're playing Drummond, to be honest with you, because they're trying to tank. That's what I really do believe. There's a Dembona on the drive to the basket, and Bona can't make it. Rebound again by the Jazz. Jazz with a catch. And I thought they were going to shoot it, but they decided to go over towards the rim. And the layup is up and good, and it's back to a 7-point deficit. 51-44. Yeah, you don't have to suspend them. But you just got to keep it clean, man. That's all that we ask. Easy with the language. Yeah, that's all. Doris is a good dude, man. He just got to be easy with the language. That's all. What's up, PAS? How are you? There goes your parlay. Need Drummond to get rebounds. No, I get it, man. Drummond actually is back in. He is back in. Just wanted to make sure that I put that out there. He's back in now for a Dembona. I guess because Bona was getting into foul trouble. Kelly Oubre Jr. gets called for a personal foul. 3 steals by the Utah Jazz in this quarter and just 5 for the Philadelphia 76ers. No suspension, just to leave a comment. Oh, okay. All right, good. Yeah, just keep it clean, man. Edwards gets the rebound for the 76ers. Butler again over on the perimeter. Butler inside outside to Edwards for a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. Can't get it. Drummond tips it back. And we have a foul called on Kyle Filipowski. I could probably just see you saying, don't tip it, catch it. I could see you doing that. So Filipowski gets called for a loose ball foul. Thank you for keeping it family friendly. Yeah, man, we try. We do. I really try to do that. P.S. is nothing much better. Just here supporting my guy who was chasing the dream. Appreciate that, dude. Aww. Thanks, man. That means a lot coming from you. 51-46, 76ers lead it by 5 with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Come on, man. We don't need the Sixers to win tonight. George with a floater inside, puts it up and puts it in. Or was that Johnny Juzang? It was. Juzang, Collier sends ball. Juzang and Martin and Potter are all out there. Here's Grimes with a little dunk inside over on the baseline, and it's 53-48. Haha, great sound effects. Yeah, well, it's genuine, man. It goes both ways. I'm serious. Another catch and shoot three-pointer for Utah. That's a little bit short. And George comes up with the rebound again. Collier on a drive to the basket. Got fouled hard. They don't call it, though. Sixers get a steal. Oubre back outside to Justin Edwards. He goes towards the baseline, and the shot is up and in. Left-handed shot by Justin Edwards, the rookie who went undrafted by Philadelphia. And it's back to a 7-point lead for the 76ers. Utah trying to get another bucket on this possession. All right, so they'll do a lot of dribble handoff passes. Here's a catch and shoot tray. Money in the bank for Johnny Juzang from 25 feet. And it's back to a 4-point game. Grimes at the top of the perimeter again. He loses it, and the ball goes out of bounds over towards the baseline. And we have a timeout taken by Philadelphia. They'll be back in just a little bit with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. Guys, I'm going to figure out a way to get the links to other people's channels. I'm going to try to do that. But when I say, check out these other creators like CeeLo, like PAS, like Rising Rhino, I don't just say these things because I don't mean it. I absolutely mean that. Because as you guys support me, and I appreciate that, I want y'all to support them too. Because they're allies. And that's what I do with my community. You don't have to like them, but just, be respectful at the very least and go support their channels. Where's his streams? I'm going to put it right over here. Right here. Here it is. There's his link. New Hampshire fans are insane. I feel that. Boston's better than the Lakers. Where are you guys tuning in from, man? I'm happy that we got an active chat tonight. That's really cool. We got 26 people tuning on in. Where are you tuning in from? What got you into hoops? What's your backstory? And if you're not really into hoops and you're just supporting me, then how'd you find this channel? I'm like doing interviews or just asking random questions. Are you Celtics, Sox, or Pats? Do you mix it up? Don't forget about the Bruins. Don't forget about those Bruins. I hear that guy is a Mets and a Jets fan, but for some reason he cheers for the Flyers. I'm laughing because it is really funny, you know? But, like, it's a good thing, you know? You're a hybrid fan. There's nothing bad about being a hybrid fan, seriously. I just think it's really funny. Grimes with a catch and shoot three off the inbound pass, and he's fouled. And he will head to the line to shoot up a hat trick of free throws. Oh my gosh, I cannot speak. Oh my gosh. Jeez. JJ, I forgot to set my clocks forward. I'm all screwed. You have no idea, Jane. I think we all are. And I definitely feel that today. I 1,000% feel how much of a difference an hour does make. Grimes makes the first foul shot. The second free throw is good as well. And the third free throw, which is coming on up, we'll see how that goes. Lonnie Walker the fourth will enter back in for Justin Edwards. Ugh. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with that PAS. It's cool. What got you into the Flyers, dude? I've always wondered that. Free throw number 3, count it.
Excellent.
58-54, and a minute and 45 seconds left to go. Hextall, Ron Hextall. Wow. Catch and shoot three-pointer. That is no good. Rebound by the Sixers. Walker over to Grimes, and Grimes for a tray. Swish goes the basketball. And it's a 7-point lead for the 76ers. 90 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the Jazz have it. KJ Martin over on the far side. And on the perimeter is George Keontae's tray. And tracking down the rebound is Lonnie Walker the fourth. Grimes goes inside, tries to go for a little layup, and he's fouled with 1:08 left to go. Sorry, we got to get Quentin Grimes out of this game, man. We've got to get Quentin Grimes out of this game. He's doing great. We don't need you to do great right now. We need you guys to lose. Hextall stole my heart when I was just starting to watch sports. Won the Cup MVP, even though they lost the Cup. Yeah. You saw that they whooped the Orioles' butt today, 12-2. Yeah. I wonder who was on the call for that one. $63-54. Wow. That was weird. There's a drive to the basket and there's a foul called. I did not expect that. You ever say something and it just naturally comes out of your mouth and you just don't expect it? That just happened. First free throw, it's good, and that makes it 63-55. Yes, that was great. It happens sometimes. Sometimes it's really bad because you regret it, and that doesn't really happen to me. It's more so these times, but that was just, I caught myself sleeping right there. Drummond has it for the Sixers. Grimes gets a little bit of some space. Butler now on the perimeter, over on the right side. He looks to swing it out over to Butler for a catch and shoot three. No! Offensive rebound by Oubre, and he's fouled by Utah. Missed that classic JJ chuckle. Evan's still here. Let's go. I'll come back and visit, man. I was yeah. I'll make sure I reach out. I'll reach out in the morning. Let me write that down so that way I don't forget these things. Reach out to the office in the morning. Maybe I should call the office. No, I'm just kidding. I was going to say maybe I should call the office now, but you guys were closed. And why would I do that when I'm on stream? Well, I would do it during a break. All right, free throw number 2 by Drummond. The first one is good. The second one, that is good as well.
Excellent.
65-56, and KJ Martin will drive it over to the basket, and he is fouled. Former 76er. We're all gone. What? No more? No more Ivy? 65-56, and the first free throw is up and in. No more Ivy rehab? Warriors office was disbanded, and they moved it to Eagle Plaza. Really? 65-58, Sixers, they lead it by 7. And with 8 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock, Grimes goes up for a tray, and it's rebounded by Utah again. Collier has it. He got the defensive rebound. 10 seconds left to go in the second quarter. A steal by Quentin Grimes off of a bad pass. Edwards on the perimeter goes over towards the elbow. A kick out to Grimes. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Grimes for a 3 again. No good. He went flopping down like a penguin. And that's going to do it. As we go into halftime, the Philadelphia 76ers put up 65 points in the first half, and they lead it by 7. Warriors officers moved that. Damn. So I can't come to Eagle Plaza? Damn. That's insane. You like how I played the boo after Drummond made both free throws because we're rooting for them to lose? See, that stuff I would never do. Those are the types of things I would never do if I was on a radio station. However, it's none of the original crew in Eagle Plaza. They scattered us like feathers in the wind. Ugh. Damn. That's too bad. That's too bad. I was really actually thinking about hitting you guys back up. I really was. But yeah. You know, if any of you, and I mean this to anybody, if any of you want to reach out to me ever on email, okay? My email, I'm trying to get better, obviously, and I am at responding to emails on this email account. But my email is jasonjosephonair@gmail.com. I will post that down here. This is the email. This is for any of you. This is for any of you to reach out for business inquiries or whatnot. It's right over here. All right, let's be serious, okay? Let's talk about this first half, because usually, like when I'm doing this, you know, we have more fun, like whatever. But it has been such a season where we were supposed to contend for a championship, and it has gotten so bad to like just watching the process over again. You know what I'm saying? So it's just really been that bad. And I wanna just talk about today. We all know that Quentin Grimes is a star in the making with what he's been able to do. But if you're Nick Nurse, if you win this game, you got to go. You got to go. The Sixers have to lose. The only way for them to get better is for them to get a top-tier pick. This team does not have enough to even make it into the play-in tournament. And what's the point? what's the point? And we're not saying that losing is a bad thing. Sorry, we're not saying that losing is a good thing, because it's really not a good thing in most circumstances. But in this circumstance here, the whole idea of the process from Sam Presti, I'm not telling you that it was supposed to be a master plan or whatnot and that it worked out really well, but the idea of the process, folks, was to stink for a couple of years and then turn out to be great. Did it work out like that? Absolutely, 1,000% no, it did not. But I bring this up because there is a way to try to make a team competitive and try to make a team better for years to come. And not every team is in win now mode. And the Sixers clearly aren't in that area right now. Are the Boston Celtics in that area? Of course. Absolutely they are. Are the Cleveland Cavaliers there? Yes. Okay. The Orlando Magic are building something. Are they championship ready, though? Absolutely not. So when we're looking into a microscope and we're trying to figure out what's best for this team moving forward, it is clear as day that there should be no way, no how that they go out there to try to win these games. Now, for players, okay, let's talk about the players, because this is where it gets complicated. Because you have contracts, you have individual deals, and all those types of things. Like Quentin Grimes wants to go out there and try to make his money. And I totally understand that, and I always advise players to go out there and get your bread. No matter what it is, even if doesn't even have to be players. I advise that to anybody, man. Somebody that works really hard at their craft and has that chip on their shoulder, they have to do what they have to do. But the head coach and the organization have got to make moves that make sense for the team. So when I'm looking at these lineups, sometimes you're going to have to get ugly in order to lose. You're going to have to get creative if you want to win. It goes the same way. But I'm just saying that if you're Nick Nurse, okay, even when someone's doing really well, they may hate it, but they have to understand that you're trying to do what's best for the team, and that's why you're there. So, is their pick protected? I think it says OKC has it. Yes. So, the way that it works, folks, and I will pull up the tank-a-thon standings. We'll do that right now, okay? I like to pull this up for you guys, and I'm going to do that. So let's do a window capture, and let's talk about where they are in the tank-a-thon standings. Okay. So here is the standings right over here. Let me move my little head, my big head, and now it's little. All right. Look at where they are. You see the standings right here. This is where we are. If we finish in the top 5, which I can't show you the cursor, the top 5 though, okay, really it's the top 6, then the pick is ours. If it's 7 or lower, it's Oklahoma's. It's OKC's. So if we finish right now, our odds, according to tank-a-thon.com, and they do this for baseball, they do this for hockey, they do it for the WNBA right here. This website is great, okay? The odds for the 76ers to get a top 4 pick are at 32%. And for them to get the number 1 overall pick, it's at a 7.5%. So that means that Oklahoma City has probably a little bit under a 60% chance to get the Sixers pick. Something along those lines. Okay? But that's how it works. And now I'm back. So that's where we stand. Washington right now is the worst record, which means that they have a 14% chance of getting the number 1 overall pick. And they have a 52% chance of getting the top 4 pick in the NBA draft lottery. I don't know how you guys feel about the lottery. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah, that's where we are. There's no reason for this team to win these games. If the organization wants to succeed and they feel like that they want to be a championship contender again, you go out there and you get that asset. You get that draft pick. You try to get that top 5 pick, and who knows? You don't have to get the pick. You don't have to get anybody in the draft. You could also trade that pick because there's value to that. That's what everybody's forgetting. People are like, well, what would they do like with the top 5 pick? Like, like who would they get? I'm saying you don't have to get a top 5 pick if it's for the right guy. The number 1 person that I want is Ace Bailey. And I think that that's what a lot of other people want too. Ace Bailey for Rutgers is the number 1 guy that everybody's talking about. I've watched his highlights too. He looks legit. Okay? He does. And I will try to be watching some more of Rutgers games as this week comes. Unfortunately, we're going to be streaming some of these other games, so I won't be able to watch everything. But Ace Bailey is legit, and it would be really cool if the Sixers tried to get him. There's a rumor that Cooper Flagg might actually go back to college for another year and try to get his money because of NIL. So if that happens, then that changes everything. Because then Cooper Flagg, who could have been the first overall pick, that gives them that gives other teams a lesser of an option, if that makes sense. So I can't really speak. That's how you know that the reps are paying off. They are. This is like I don't know. How do you put it? This is the mountain. They could use it as leverage to trade for a power forward with Paul George. That's exactly correct. And that's what people aren't talking about that I want you all to understand. Kevin Durant, I know some of y'all don't want him. If we're competing for a championship right now, I'm sorry. Joel Embiid is not going to stay healthy. We don't even know if he's ever going to be the same. You're either trading Paul George or Joel Embiid, and we need to get a championship now. Unless there's a way for us to try to get somebody who's relevant right now and try to extend us the door, like a Giannis, which I don't see happening, or somebody else, then great. But the window right now is now. We're not building for the future unless we get the pick and we decide to draft the guy. Then that changes everything. I want us to go for the win now for next year. Sometimes you got to risk it. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The Atlanta Braves bought themselves a championship by getting Jorge Soler, Eddie Rosario, and all these other guys in that outfield. They bought themselves that championship. The Dodgers this year could potentially be buying themselves a championship. That's what it seems like that they're doing right now. There's nothing wrong with doing that. There's nothing wrong with trying to buy yourself a championship and get really good players to support your other guys. The Raptors bought themselves a championship. Look at what they did for Kawhi. Look at how much they gave up. They gave up DeRozan, and yet they got themselves Marc Gasol at the trade deadline. They got themselves Serge Ibaka. Like, they needed those other guys. Danny Green came over in the trade from San Antonio. They bought themselves that championship that year. Did they get a little bit lucky with Golden State and the Achilles heel and the ACL tear of Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant's injuries? Yes. But they bought themselves that championship. And so whatever we got to do to win now for Joel Embiid, it's what we got to do. Paul George is a win-now player, so you're going to have to trade one of those guys if you're going to try to win now. I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense. I feel like what I just said doesn't really make sense, and I forget what I just said, to be honest with you. But you can't wait. You can't wait, is what I'm trying to say. All right. Let's go back to the live stream. We need 5 more subscribers, man, for us to get to 4,900. We do. We need 5 more. So, yeah, if the pick falls out of the top 6, that pick goes to Oklahoma City. Grimes in the first half, 16 points. 4 for 80 was from the field. 3 for 7 he shot from 3. Also had 3 dimes and 2 steals as well. It's a 7-point lead for the Sixers, and we are underway in the second half. All right. Sixers up by 7. Butler takes it over towards the right side of the lane, scoops it up, and scoops it in. And that makes it a 9-point lead for Philadelphia. Utah Jazz, as we mentioned before, the Jazz in the tank-a-thon are actually at number 2. They're tied with Charlotte. Jazz get a miss. Sixers get a rebound. Oubre to Edwards for 3. Justin Edwards can't hit it. George got the board. And Utah again has the rock. A drive to the basket by Collier, and he throws it away to Filipowski as they lose the ball, and then it'll be Sixers ball again. Memphis leads it 89-86 against the Pelicans. We're trying to see if New Orleans can win tonight. Sixers aren't too far in front of them. Jared Butler on the catch and shoot 3. Jackpot. That was Lonnie Walker again, excuse me. That makes it 70-58. There's a little turnaround jumper that's up and good. And a foul as K.J. Martin, former 76er, makes his return to the Wells Fargo Center. And we'll get an and-one opportunity. KJ with 11 points. He has 2 assists and 1 block as well. He's 24 years old. He had 11 points against the Minnesota Timberwolves, which was back at the end of February, and also had a 16-point performance against the Kings. It was in 34 minutes. 70-61, Utah down by 9. Grimes over towards the right side, gives it back to Walker, and Walker's finish is good right at the basket. Lonnie Walker the 4th, providing some good action for the 76ers. Give him 12 points and 8 rebounds as well. So a little pass over to Filipowski and a dump off back over to Senzaba, who goes down the lane, and a foul called on Grimes. Continue to like and continue to subscribe to the channel as well. Dallas lost today by a score of 125 to 116. The first foul shot by Collier is good. In case you didn't know, we do the Phillies spring training games. We do the Sixers, and we do the Eagles as well. The second free throw by Collier, it's good, and that makes it 72 to 63. 9-point game. Walker with a tray. Hits the front iron. Rebound by Utah. The Jazz will give it over to Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh looking to find an open man down low, and a foul is called. It was Johnny Juzang who cut back door over towards the rim. And we will have some more free throws coming on up as Utah fights and claws their way back into this game. They had a 16-point lead in the first quarter, and then that quickly got diminished. And so the first free throw will be good as Oubre gets called for the shooting foul. If you love JJ and the Phillies, check out JJ Sosa highlight call from today's game. I gotta talk to you about highlights, actually. I do. I gotta do that when I have time. Foul shot number 2. That one is also good as well.
Excellent.
I guess we should start playing the chime for the opponents. Here's a 3 by Yabusele. No good. KJ Martin rebound. And an outlet pass over to Sensabaugh, who goes down the lane. The layup is up. And it's good. Back to a 5-point game. Feels so weird for doing this, but it feels so right. It feels so bad, but yet so good. Grimes with a layup. He misses it. Rebound by Utah again. Outlet pass to Kessler. Kessler goes up for a 2. No foul called. Yabusele lost it, and it'll still be Utah ball. Honestly, if I was a betting man, I might be looking at that Utah money line right now. Not encouraging y'all to do it, but I'm just saying. Here's a 3-pointer at the top of the key. That's no good from the Jazz. It was Johnny Juzang with a missed tray. Oubre got the rebound. Outlet pass over to Grimes, and a foul called on Utah again. The Thunder absolutely crushed the Denver Nuggets. It was actually closer, and then it just got away in that fourth quarter. The Thunder outscored the Nuggets 41-20 in that fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander had 40 points. Risk it for the biscuit, even if we have a healthy Maxey and McCain, or we're just looking for that piece of a power forward in the draft. If we're going to draft somebody, we're going to try to get Ace Bailey. If not, then probably a forward, because we have Grimes, hopefully, if he stays. Grimes, McCain, and Maxey is a great guard lineup. Second foul shot was good. Here's a little drive to the basket again by Utah, and they make it back to a 5-point game. Thanks for sharing it. I'll check that out. You might need to get some more shorts. I've got some ready. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Here's Oubre with a little slam dunk as he throws it down with 2 hands. 76-69, and 8 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Juzang on the perimeter, and a little dump-off pass down low over to Collier. The ball gets knocked out, and it will be last touched by Philadelphia. Grizzlies only up by 1 against the New Orleans Pelicans. Again, still keeping our eyes on that game. Somebody, if they want to keep the score on that game and let me know how the updates are going, I would appreciate that. Walker on the drive to the basket, and they're going to call a foul on they're going to say that Walker turned it over and that he took too many steps. Oof. And did he? He crossed over, took on Potter. They called a charge. Huh. 76-69 with 7:50 left to go. Here's Collier at the top of the key, and another pass over to a wide-open shooter, and the Jazz knocked down the tray. Back to a 4-point game with 7.5 minutes left to go. Grimes again on the perimeter. Justin Edwards lives a little bounce pass over to Yabusele, and we have another foul called. Both teams each have 4 timeouts left. So there's still plenty of timeouts left to be used. Thanks for sharing that. We'll check it out. Evan, are you still here? Evan, you still here? (76-72). It's like I'm waiting for somebody to actually say, like, physically, I'm still here. All right, another 3 by Justin Edwards. No good. Rebound by Juzang, who goes out over towards the perimeter again, and he dumps it off over to Collier. Collier crosses on over, and he throws it away. Darn it. And it'll be Philadelphia basketball. That's exactly how the 76ers have been this season. Philadelphia. Yeah. You're funny. You're funny. That was good. That was good. You got me there. Oubre takes it over towards the foul line, kicks it out to Grimes for a 3, and Quentin Grimes, sit down. You're too good. 79-72. He's just been hitting his threes, and that's not what's in the best interest of the 76ers right now. Another wide open 3 by Utah. They can't buy a bucket. And Oubre comes away with the rebound again. Here we go. Here's Walker on the drive to the basket. The first shot is blocked. The second time he gets fouled by KJ. KJ read the scouting report and was like, yep, I'm going to help my former team. I'm not going to help my former team because I'm on a new team. And we're trying to get a top 3 pick as well. And we have a timeout taken by Philadelphia. Ooh. 10th stretch. Risk it for the biscuit. I love that. That's a hockey. That's what you say for hockey, man. I sent you a new reef that says United States hasn't been sunk yet of Florida. Oh, too funny. Minnesota has a 8-point lead against San Antonio. Let's look at some NHL scores. Man. The LA Kings have a 2-0 lead against the Las Vegas Golden Knights. We have the Dallas Stars playing at 9 o'clock against the Vancouver Canucks. Islanders and Anaheim Ducks are playing also at 9 o'clock too. Flyers lost today to the New Jersey Devils. Aww. And the Washington Capitals, they won against the Seattle Kraken 4-2. Penguins also were able to win a Wild game against the Wild. Sidney Crosby did have 2 goals. This guy is just... We talk about LeBron James, but this guy just does not age. This guy plays the game of hockey. Him and Ovi, I just feel like that they're going to be in their 50s, and yet they're still going to be at the top of their game, man. Seriously. I mean, has he had like a dominant season? Not as much this year for Sid, but still, like, overall, he's still contributing and he still knows how to make big-time plays. I wouldn't say he's a top player in hockey anymore, but he is the LeBron James of hockey. It is so true. And Ovi is just over the top. Who has the most goals this year in the NHL? Draisaitl. Ovi is tied for 5th. And he's 39. It's insane. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. 79-72. Walker the 4th with his first free throw. Puts it up and knocks it down. 80 points for the 76ers and 72 for the Utah Jazz. Walker's second free throw is good. It's back to a 9-point lead. Ah. 81-72. George dumps it off over to the far right side. Henzabah gets it back. 6 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A floater inside, no good. And another rebound by Quentin Grimes. Grimes throws it away, and it will be Utah ball. That was just a bad throw by Quentin Grimes. That one looked like he did it on purpose. 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Still plenty of basketball left to go. There is a lot of basketball left. The ball gets knocked loose by Jarrett Butler, and it's stolen by Lonnie Walker. The first layup is no good. Adem Bona misses a bunny, and Utah comes away with a rebound. I think that they get the message now. Top of the key and over towards the nail is Filipowski, and a foul is called on Jared Butler. I'm thinking that, by George. I was going to make a joke and say by Paul George, but Paul George is not playing. By Keontae George, I think we got it. I guess Grace gave up on us. Nah, Grace was here for when we were doing baseball. You just missed it. Did she give up on the Sixers? Yeah. Did she give up on us? Did she give up on us? No. She came on in for baseball the other day, though. She was like, I'm working. And I'm like, get back to work, Grace. I was just joking, though. Foul shot number 2, no good from Utah. 81-73, 8-point lead for Philadelphia, and 5:25 left to go. Edwards with a catch-and-shoot three-pointer. That's way too short. Rebound by Utah. Oh, my gosh. This is ugly basketball. You got to get ugly, though, if you want to get to the bottom. Yeah, it's so true. Council comes away with a steal. Council loses the ball. He gives it back over to Justin Edwards. Edwards for 2. Gets it blocked. And, well, it's stolen back by the Jazz. Edwards was like, how did I get that blocked? And he was probably like, oh, wait, they wanted me to do that on purpose. Another wide open 3 by Utah. No good. Neither team has scored in about 4 minutes. This is beautiful. Bring your popcorn out, folks. Walker with a layup inside. And he puts an end to the madness. We just jinxed him. 83-73. Jorge, what's going on, man? How are you, my friend? The Jazz have not scored a field goal in 3 minutes and 15 seconds. There's a shot that goes up, and flop goes the Jazz as they cannot make the 2. Another steal by Utah off the bad pass for the Sixers. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left to be played in the third quarter. A drive to the basket and a foul called as well. Pelicans and Grizzlies are tied 96-96. They're tied, baby. We need the Pelicans to win that game. 83-74. And again, 4 minutes and 11 seconds left in this third quarter here. Not a lot of Sixers fans out in attendance tonight. And you can see it right from the view that they're showing us. There's some empty seats towards the court side. Free throw number 1, no good. 83-74. And free throw number 2, it's good.
Excellent.
Scott throws the popcorn in the air like the fanatic freak. Counsel for 3. Got it. Ay, ay, ay. Counsel just hit a wide open 3, and the Jazz have the ball again. It's 86-75. Sensabaugh goes down the lane. A catch and shoot 3 by Utah. Yes, sir. Again, it feels so bad, but yet it feels so good, as Taylor Swift would say. 86-78. Sixers lead it by 8 points. Walker at the nail, and he'll dribble it back over towards the 76ers logo. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and there's a shot that goes up, and it's in. He made it from the logo. Holy Toledo. Lonnie Walker the fourth with Steph Curry range. And even got me a little bit shocked there. Nice shot by him. Kessler gets the ball blocked. Walker goes over towards the nail. Another wide open 3 for the Sixers, and they get it to go. It's 92-78. Jeez Louise. Lonnie Walker the fourth is like, what do we got to lose? We got to win this, man. 16 points, 10 rebounds as well. Butler's the one who made the 3. Adembona with some talk over to Keontae George. It's like watching kids play basketball, says Justin. Where's your popcorn at, man? Bring the popcorn with you. And we have a timeout taken by Utah. A 6-0 run by the Sixers. Did you guys see that the other night that the 76ers were at this WWE event and they got booed? Like, who who thought it was a good idea, like PR-wise, to just bring the 76ers to a WWE event, bro? Who thought that was such a genius move? It's a wrestling event, and they think that people are going to cheer for the Sixers. Like, come on. Who thought that was going to happen? Ugh. That was a beautiful marketing strategy. It's kind of comical. If you're not laughing, as my friend Longball would say, you're not living. Tay-Tay's going to be inundated. How do you say that? Inundated with Swifties, just for JJ saying Tay-Tay. Oh boy. Tay-Tay is the best, man. Shout out to Tate. Shout out to Taylor. Grizzlies lead it by 1 with 3:28 left in the fourth quarter. That WWE crowd was rough all night. Now emotion during most of the matches. You know, it's funny. It's funny to me because I feel like that the Sixers needed that, though. Like, yeah. I feel like that they needed that. Starkey, I'm happy that you're here, and I'm happy that you're saying this because we need the jinx. We need that jinx. This is one of those times where we actually need jinxes to come alive in the chat. We do. It's 92-78. Your eyes are not being deceived. It is real, and it is bad. It is bad because we need our odds to get a top 5 draft pick to go all the way up, and to the moon. What do we think about the Josh Allen contract, by the way, folks? And again, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button. I'll try to give you that jinx. Starkey, you're the best. Shout out to Starkey. Please, guys, go subscribe to Starkey's channel. I know I am subscribed to her channel. Why wouldn't I be? Because Starkey is great. All right, we got an inbound pass with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The Jazz have the ball. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer. No good. Off the mark. David Roddy gets a rebound for the Sixers. It was actually Alex. Why do I get confused with Alex Reese and David Roddy? Where is David Roddy? I feel like he should be playing. Alex Reese just played today, too, because the Blue Coats were on. Council did actually have a 40-point game and played for the Blue Coats a couple of days ago. Again, there's a shot that's up and good by Walker again. Lonnie Walker IV has been an all-star today. A catch-and-shoot triple by Utah. They connect. 94-81. 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. And Edwards throws it away. It's stolen by Cody Williams. Williams on the drive to the basket. And he throws it down again. 94-83. It's working so far. So far, so good. 94-83. Sixers only up now by 11. And Walker at the top of the key goes up for a tray. Lonnie Walker IV just has been absolutely wild. 21-10 for Walker, and he is playing out of his mind. Another three-pointer by Utah. That's no good. And Reese comes away with another board for the 76ers. It's 97-83. 112 left to go. Walker has 16 of his 21 points in this quarter alone. And we have an offensive foul called on Adem Bona. All right. And it'll be Utah ball. We need 5 more subs to get to 4,900 subscribers, folks. 5 more. Please continue to like and continue to subscribe to the channel as well. Starkey, how... Oh, Gabe just asked. I was going to ask you, how are you doing? Sixers get a steal. Bad pass from Utah. And a shot goes up, and it's rejected by K.J. Martin, but they're going to call a foul. They will call a foul on KJ, and it will be in the act of shooting. The Grizzlies lead it by 6 against the Pelicans. That is good news. Sixers just not holding up their end of the bargain. They are not. Jazz are now at plus 1,100 to win this game. The first free throw is good by Alex Reese. And that'll make it 98-83. Guys, make sure you go like and subscribe to G. Venutz's channel as well. Second free throw hits off the back of the rim. And the 76ers miss that shot. And K.J. Martin grabs the rebound. 98-83. Here's Martin on the perimeter. Martin's looking to pass it over to Keontae George. George wants to dance all over his defender. He backs up, shot clock winding down, goes up for a tray, and that is off the side of the rim. It's rebounded by Ricky Council IV, who tries to go downhill, and he dribbles around the timeline. A skip back pass over to Jared Butler, and about 12 seconds differentiating the shot clock from the game clock. Butler at the top of the key. 5 seconds left to go. Butler to Council for a tray, and Ricky Council IV knocks it down. It's 101-83. 14.4 seconds left to go in this third quarter. And this game has gotten pretty ugly. All right, so Martin now is at the top of the key again. He'll try to drive it inside. It's rejected by Adem Bona. Ricky Council IV with a half-court shot. It's no good, and the Sixers lead it by 18 points as they go into quarter number 4, and they are up 101-83. Let's see those boos in the chat. Let's see those boos. At least the Grizzlies are beating the Pelicans. I mean, does that really move the needle? It somewhat does, but if the Sixers win, then it doesn't. It's so weird. It's so weird. Dude, lose, says Philly Nation. The Jazz won't be out-tanked. Have to tip your cap to them for this sandwich performance, says Kyle Neubeck. Yeah. I know. It's a busy time for me. But it will happen. It will happen. But yeah, now it's a busy time for me. Today is March 9th. Today is March 9th. Any cool plans coming up for this week, guys? Any cool plans that you want to share with the rest of the class and myself? Got the Kings and the Clippers tonight at 9:30. That should be interesting. Who's that? Not De'Aaron Fox. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan going up against James Harden and Kawhi Leonard. That should be a good matchup, actually. Only time will tell. Yeah, that was like a really busy time for me. But we will eventually do something. We will. Kyle Filipowski will come back in. Let's see if the 76ers can do a good tank job here in this fourth quarter. Let's go Sixers. That's exactly right. We have to have the missed shots. Johnny Juzang over at the top of the key. And he's being heavily guarded by Dembona. Floater goes up. It's no good. Reese comes away with the rebound. Gets the ball stolen back by Utah. Wasn't like they were even trying to steal it. They'll throw it back outside. A catch-and-shoot three-pointer is way off the mark. And another throw downhill. And the Sixers will try to reset it. Jared Butler gets it over on the baseline. He's being heavily guarded. Butler is going to go outside, and there's a wide-open three-pointer. That's up and good to make it 104-83. It's Alex Reese who knocks down the three-pointer from the near corner. Ay. Sixers put up 36 points in that third quarter. Again, it's 104-83. A little dump-off pass down low to Juzang. Johnny Juzang over to Filipowski. And Keontae George with a trifecta. Yes, sir. 104-86. Come on, man. I think they're legally contracted to win 1 out of every 10 games going forward, says Jan. Here's another three-pointer by Reese. No. Rebound by Utah. 104-86. Can't even watch ESPN, even though it's hard to tell sometimes who's out there on the court now. Dembona gets the rebound off of the missed shot by the Jazz. Council on the perimeter, and he'll try to drive it inside. He'll give it back to Bona, and Bona's layup is good, and the lead is back to 20 for the 76ers. That will make it 106-86. Doughton, again guarding his defender, Filipowski. Keontae George steps back over towards the right side. Goes over towards the baseline. He's at the stars icon, and the two-point shot is way off the mark. And another rebound for Philadelphia. Butler with a three-pointer. He chucked it up, could not make it. And a board for Utah as they head downhill with a head of steam, and then they dribble it back outside. 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go. They are just going to take this shot clock all the way down. They know what's at stake here. A wide open three-pointer is no good, and Jeff Doughton Jr. comes away with another rebound for the Sixers. Council thought about taking the three-pointer and then was like, oh, wait, we're only up by 20 points. Let's not do that now. Council on the drive to the basket gives it over to Adem Bona, and he throws it down with two hands again. 108-86. Jeez Louise. This is probably one of the ugliest performances I've ever watched. And another three for Utah, and that one is missed and a foul called. It is just really, like, this is an all-time low. You think that you can get lower than this? It's just that bad. It is that bad. It's that bad, man. George at the top of the key again. Goes up for a two, and he does not make the layup, but he is fouled. I can't believe how bad it is, dude. Council gets called for a shooting foul, and Keontae will head back to the charity stripe again. Grizzlies are up 106-104 against the New Orleans Pelicans. They were down, and all of a sudden they just went on a big run. Gone on a huge run. What was it? It was like 96-91 with a couple of minutes left to go, right? 104-98 for Memphis. And then, yeah, they tied it back. 108-88 here as the Jazz do make two more free throws. Butler over to Ricky Council the fourth at the Penn Medicine sign. Tries to go up against his defender. A turnaround J is up, no good. Bona gets the rebound and puts it back up and in. Adem Bona, what are you doing? Come on, man. 110-88. With 8:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bona with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Here's a wide open three for Utah. They get it. Keontae George, he's been chucking up threes. That's what he's been doing, but he chucks another one up and actually hits it. 110-91. This is like watching. It's like watching Little League basketball. It really is. Or like, it's just that bad. Council with a step back three. He airballs it, and it'll be Utah ball. All right. It's only a 19-point game. Keontae over to his teammate Filipowski. George looking to try to ISO over his defender. Gives it over to KJ Martin. Martin passes it out. There's a three-pointer that's good by Utah. And it's a 16-point game with 7:20 to go in the fourth. 110-94. Doughton Jr. gets fouled by Keontae George. And not much to it. That was Bryce Sensabaugh who just hit a three. And George gets called for the personal foul. Sixers will inbound it again. And it'll go to Jeff Doughton Jr. And we have another foul called. Another one. Seven minutes and 8 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Doughton again dribbles behind the three-point line. Gives it up over to Lonnie Walker. Walker's shot, no. The follow-through by Bona, no good either. Jazz for a catch-and-shoot three. No good. Rebound by KJ, and we have a foul I believe, on Philadelphia, but there is a timeout taken by the 76ers. Mike McCalliuk just got a three-pointer off, and then the Jazz got a rebound, and there was a loose ball foul on Ricky Counts of the fourth. Wow. We're going to sleep well tonight, folks. We are going to get good sleep, for sure. Oy, oy, oy. Time is 9:30. Not really a post-game show after tonight, man. I've been kind of getting a little bit lazy with the Sixers post-game shows because, again, we haven't. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. For the Phillies season, I'm going to tell you this. I don't care what their record is. Because we draw in bigger audiences for that, for sure, we're not skipping a post-game show. We're not. Unless there's like a legitimate excuse. I would be doing as many post-game shows as possible for the Phillies regular season. And even during spring training, we've been doing like 25 to 30-minute post-game shows for the most part. Some of the time it's been 15. But during the actual regular season, man, yeah, no BS, just OBS, and the postgame show. See what I did there? PAS, did you like that? No BS, it's just OBS and the postgame show. Did you like that? You like that? Huh? Any other streamer out there? Get that? Shout out from the Philippines in Davao City, JJ. Shout out from the Philippines, man. It's beautiful. 20 and 142. This is PAS. They could go 20 and 142, and yet somebody can say, well, why are you still doing their games? Because I commit, and I don't quit. I'm dropping bars tonight. Holy moly. I'm dropping bars, man. $110-94 with 6:52 left. In what has been a virtuoso of a ball game. Better than the 70-point game I saw from Joel Embiid. The tank-a-Sixers. Beautiful. 110-94. All right, Jazz get the inbound pass. Here's another three by Keontae George, and he cashes it in. We're back in business for the tank-a-thon. Beautiful. Welcome back. 110-97, and 6 minutes and 34 seconds left to go, and we have a foul called on Utah. Keontae George acting like he's a three-point sniper. I didn't know it, but JJ's a poet. Stoney's back just in time for the tank. Beautiful. It is 110-97. They called a personal foul on Isaiah Collier. Butler at the top of the key. Swings it over to Lonnie Walker IV. Walker wants to dance. He'll float it up. And the shot is no good. Bona gets the rebound. Gets it blocked, though, by Keontae George. Kenyon Martin Jr., KJ Martin, they call him. Gives it back outside, a wide open three. Yes! 10-point game! 6 minutes left to go. I knew that this was going to happen. Man. And another foul on Utah. I was thinking that they were just going to chuck up threes and they were just going to actually make shots. And that's what they're doing now. The tank-a-thon continues, baby. It's alive. The tank is back alive. Walker at the top of the key. Drives it inside. Throws it away. It's stolen by Utah. Bad pass from Walker, but it was absolutely good for Utah as they get the ball back, and the ball gets deflected off the hands of Lonnie Walker, off the bad pass, and it goes out of bounds. It's still Utah ball. And Quentin Grimes is going to come back in. Oh, come on, Nick. Really? No. Oh, my gosh. Why? 110 to 100. Filipowski is over at the top of the key again. Drives it down low. Rejected by Bona. A foul is called, though. And we will have 2 free throws for Filipowski coming on up. All right, what was the final score? The Grizzlies did win. They did not do us a solid, and they beat New Orleans. 110 to 100. Need those 70 darners to lose. Denver says, why are we screwing up the tank? Because Nick Nurse is Nick Nurse. And he puts back Lonnie Walker. First free throw, no good. Jeez. That's why. Because he wants to try the win. Edwards, Grimes, Bona, Butler, and Walker. All 5 starters are back. And the second foul shot, at least it's good. Excellent. 110 to 101. It's all right. Come on, man. Just take that clock down. Grimes gives it back over to Lonnie Walker. They swing it outside. Edwards for a catch-and-shoot 3. That one's short. And the rebound goes to Utah. Let's go. Off to the races. Here comes Keontae George again with a layup inside. No good. Second time, though. That's off the mark. KJ Martin cries woof over towards the refs. And Grimes comes away with the rebound. 110 to 101. We're almost up there. Yep. We have to get 5 more subs. Grimes with a pass outside to Butler for a 3. And he cannot get that one to fall. Jared Butler misses from downtown. Utah gets it back. They swing it outside. A catch-and-shoot 3. It's up and in. 110 to 104. All right, don't get too excited, JJ. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Jazz have come back, and they've cut it to a 6-point game. They were down by, 22 points? Grimes again on the drive to the basket, lays it up and lays it in. Back to an 8-point game. Utah, they trail 112 to 104 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Filipowski, being heavily guarded by Quentin Grimes, goes towards the basket. And is there a foul called? I don't think so. The ball just got pinballed out of bounds, I believe, is what they are going to say. Grimes just blocked Filipowski. Let's go, Utah, baby. That tank emote really does say a lot about this ball club. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. A 3-point shot goes up, and we have a foul called on Grimes. Is it in the act of shooting? Because if it is, that's going to result in 3 free throws. Yep, that is. That is a foul in the act of shooting, and Keontae George will head to the line for 3 foul shots. The first one, he misses it. It goes in and out. No bricking for chicken tonight. No bricking for chicken, man. Come on. Offense. Offense. Second foul shot by George. He'll make that one. How about making for tanking? The third foul shot. Got it. Excellent. 112-106. It's a 2-possession game. Grimes has the rock. Goes over towards the top of the key. He's at the foul line. He kicks it out. Over to Lonnie Walker the fourth. They swing it around the timeline. Grimes with a tray. No good. Rebound by Utah. They cut it to 6. What's going to happen? George to the basket. Inside, outside. Sends the ball for 3. No good. And the ball goes out of bounds. It was last touched by the Sixers. And Grimes, I think that he got a little nicked up there on the play. He did. Grimes went falling out of bounds. And they call a 76ers team rebound. And Grimes is going to walk the floor. And I guess that they called a foul on Utah. And both teams are now in the bonus. Grimes has not been a good foul shooter for the 76ers. And that is something worth noting. Takes about a couple of dribbles. The first foul shot, he makes it. He makes the first free throw. Second foul shot by Grimes. And of course he'll make that one too. It's 114 to 106. Both teams are indeed in the bonus. George at the top of the key. He's had a very good fourth quarter. He'll drive it inside. A layup is rejected by Bona. Walker to Grimes. And he'll kick it out. There's a wide open 3. Way off the mark by Jared Butler. And a rebound by the center. And he'll go coast to coast and make it a 6-point game again. 114 to 108 to drive towards the basket. The shot is good by Lonnie Walker the fourth. And it's back to an 8-point lead. Lonnie Walker the fourth just carrying the Philadelphia 76ers and keeping them in the lead. All right, George on the drive to the basket, gets by a Dembona, makes a layup, and it's back to a 6-point game again. They're still staying within striking distance. Walker backpedals, and he wants to drop his defender, Keontae George, on him, gets the ball knocked loose, and it's stolen by Utah again. It's a 3-on-2 situation. A drive towards the basket, a kick out to George. George with a layup, and I think that we have a travel called. Or is it a timeout on Utah? It is. It's a timeout on Utah. Okay. It's only a 6-point game. Collier turned it over, and the Jazz are going to call a timeout. He did turn it over. I don't know. Are they challenging this? Don't know. Come on, Utah. There's no way up for the Sixers. There's no sense in winning this game. This is a terrible win if the Sixers win this game. I said I wasn't going to have a post-game show. If they win, I'm having a post-game show, and I'm not going to be happy about it. The Jazz, or the Sixers, had a 22-point lead, and it got decreased all the way down to 6. And still at 6. This is unbelievable. PAS, if you're still here, drop your link down below, man. G-Vanitz, if you're still here, drop your link down below. Starkey, if you're still here, comment your link down below as well. And if any other content creators here, please do the same thing. If they lose, still have a post-game show and talk about the football stuff from today's Den Brew. If they lose, you know what? If they lose, let's just see what happens. We'll go off of vibes. If they pull off a nice tank, We'll have a post-game show for that because we'll be excited. Cool 92. What's going on, man? Thank you so much for tuning in on Twitch. I've been actually looking at the Twitch chats now, guys. So if you are tuning in on Twitch, welcome on in. We're trying to get monetized on there. And we have to get, I think, we have to start averaging like 5 viewers, I think, in order for us to get monetized. If that's what it goes. Thanks, buddy. My next stream is tomorrow at 6. Woo! That's beautiful, man. I'll stop by and say hi to you. All right, 116, 110. Fasten the seatbelts. Let's go. 2:16 left to go. Sixers have the ball. Bona gets the ball not to loose. And the Jazz, do they come up with it? No, they don't. They play Butterfingers, and it'll still be Sixers ball. 10 seconds are left on the shot clock. The 76ers have 72 points off their bench. Utah is 37. It's just unbelievable. Bona dumps it off over to Lonnie Walker IV. A kick out to Edwards for a 3. Edwards misses. The rebound by Bona. He puts it up and in. 118, 110, 8-point game. And the Jazz lose the ball. It's going to be Philadelphia basketball. And they will inbound it with 2 minutes to go. What is Bona doing? What is Bona doing? 1:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. And Utah, again, playing defense on Lonnie Walker. Walker to Grimes. Grimes over towards the elbow, goes up for a 2. He misses it. It's rebounded by the Jazz. 90 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. 8-point lead for the 76ers. And both teams are in the bonus. Jazz trying to milk the clock down. Sends the ball. Gives it over towards the top of the key. Gives it back to Keontae George. And George's shot is up. He is fouled with 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Nice. Very good. That's not it. There we go. That's it. Nick Nurse is whispering something to Grimes. So George is at the line. And the first free throw, he knocks it down. Utah's like teasing with us, man. It is 118 to 111. Keontae for free throw number 2. In and out it goes. And he will go to the line for one more. I know, right, Jane? Third free throw, got it. Excellent. 118 to 112. All right, come on, man. 110 left to go. Both teams do have 2 timeouts left. Grimes does have the ball. Dribbles over towards the right side. Kicks it out over to Edwards for a 3. Edwards misses it. And the rebound goes to Utah again. Utah has it over on the far wing. George will give it up, and there's a wide open 3 by the Jazz. They can't hit it, and Justin Edwards comes up with a rebound. Edwards in the backcourt, looking to pass it over to Quentin Grimes. Grimes will play keep away as Lonnie Walker IV has the ball now. I don't even know what the Sixers are doing. Walker over to Grimes again. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. The ball gets blocked as Bona tried to go for a 2. That's no good. George, again, trapped at the top of the key. Goes up for a shot, and we have a foul called. I don't know why he's trying to get fouled in the act of shooting. I mean, if your team is in the spot that they're in, I just don't understand like why he's always leaning into these fouls. They do call a foul on the floor again. And with 24.9 seconds left to go, sort of have to do the reversal here if you're the Sixers. 118, 112. George at the line for 2 free throws, and the first one he does make it. It is 118 to 113. Free throw number 2 by Keontae. Good. And it's a 4-point game. Sixers inbounded over to Butler. Butler throws it down low over to Adembona, and he throws it down with two hands. It's 120-114. George has it. He goes up with a three-pointer. Keontae misses it. Offensive rebound by Utah. They put it back up and they put it in. It's back to a 4-point game. Bona throws it over to Justin Edwards. Edwards and the Sixers try to play keep away, but we do have a foul called with 11.7 seconds left to go. This game just does not make any sense. The game does not make sense. And KJ Martin got called for a foul. Edwards will be at the line. Takes a couple of deep breaths. The first free throw, Edwards makes it. It's 121-116. And the second free throw, puts it up and he puts it in. And Utah will get the ball as they have a timeout. Sobs can't win for losing. Jeez. Get ready to hear a rant from JJ. Get ready to hear a rant, dude. This is going to be an all-timer. Get ready, folks. Get ready. The voice may sound calm, but it's a calm before the storm. Love you guys. I do. Popcorn time. Starkey says she's ready. Anybody else ready for the rant? Who else is ready? I sound so defeated, but we're just waiting. Just waiting. I do have things on my mind, and it's funny because, you know, this team just is wild. Walker, the player of the game, 23 points, 11 rebounds. George will inbound it, or Collier will try to inbound it. He gives it up over to his center, a catch-and-shoot three-pointer by Utah. It's up, and it's good. It's 122-119. Sixers, did they lose the ball? No, it's a foul called. I think it was a foul called. The Jazz just made a ridiculous three. There's no way. There's no way that this could still be a thing. Just put me out of my misery, please. For the love of God. Put me out of my misery, dude. All right, so what's the call here? So that was a beautiful inbound pass and a nice three-pointer. Juzang just took a personal foul. Grimes is at the line. Please. The first foul shot, he got it. Jeez Louise. 123-119. Put me out of my misery, please. Grimes at the line for one more. And the second foul shot, good. It's 124-119 with 8.8 seconds left. Nobody wants to lose this game. Inbound goes over to Utah. They do not call for a timeout. Another wide open three by the Jazz. They got it again. 2.8 seconds left to go. Of course they do. It's a 2-point game and a timeout taken by the Sixers. What are we doing? Why did we make those free throws? And what are the Jazz doing? What the frick is going on? Oh my gosh. What? coach is probably mad at him for making that shot. It's 124 to 122. Oh my gosh. Guys, how are we feeling? Oh my gosh, chat. Chat. .8 seconds left to go. Of course they're going to make these shots. It's a crazy game, JJ. It's a game, for sure. Just wait until the end, man. There's a lot to go out tonight. Edwards will inbound it. Please just, throw it away or something. Edwards throws it, and it goes over to Butler, and the ball goes out of bounds to the Utah Jazz. They touch it last. Keontae George tried to touch it. So the ball, he pushed him out of bounds, and Keontae George, I think that they said that he touched it last, or that he didn't touch it last. And George did, but was there a foul before that? That's the question. Was there a foul before that? I don't know. I don't know if there was a foul before that or not, and I think that Nick Nurse is using his challenge for that. They tried to inbound it into the backcourt. Butler got tripped up, I think, by Keontae George, and that's what they're reviewing here. 1.1 seconds left. And Utah still has one timeout. So Edwards inbounded it, right? It went over towards the backcourt. Butler could not make the catch. And the question is, was Butler fouled as the ball went off of Keontae George's hand? That is the question, is what it looks like. He got pushed by Keontae, I think. I think he got ever so slightly pushed. They retain their timeouts. It'll be Sixers basketball with 1.1 seconds left to go. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's 124 to 122. They add 0.3 seconds left back onto the game clock, and there's a timeout called. The Sixers are going to call a timeout here. Call is overturned. The Sixers retain their timeout. I don't get this. I can't believe that he challenged that. I can't believe that he challenged that. Get him off my team. I can't believe he challenged that. He's trying to win this game, dude. Makes no sense. Who does he think he is? He puts back in the starters. He does. He puts back the starters into this game. Because he's trying to win. Meanwhile, the Jazz have a lot of their bench guys out there. And yet for some reason they're trying to win. Makes no sense. Grimes will try to inbound it for the Philadelphia 76ers. The ball gets knocked out. And is it a Utah ball? 0.8 seconds left. And I think that they're going to say that it is Philadelphia ball. Why would they try to knock it out of bounds? They're going to review this. Grimes inbounded it. And the question is, did Walker or Collier touch it last? Or did he get pushed? Isaiah Collier got called for a personal foul. First foul shot is up and in to make it 125 to 122 by Lonnie Walker. $125 to 122, second free throw, and that is going to put the Sixers up by 4 with 0.8 of a second to go. And a final timeout taken by Utah. This is literally like a slow death. It's like watching a slow death, dude. It makes you like want to rip your eyeballs out. It's insane. Get ready. Psycho JJ gonna be activated. This is interesting. It is an interesting spot, Gabe. It's a very interesting spot. Scott, if you want to cut something for me, you can cut this whole segment out. That's going to happen. It's like waiting for your father to come home to punish you. 126 to 122. The ball gets inbounded. Three-point shot is up, and that's going to do it. Okay. That timeout for what? And the Philadelphia 76ers win. Clap your hands, everybody. 76ers get a win. They won 126 to 122 in the ugliest fashion that ugly has been uglified. Makes no sense. Wow. Stay on for this. Stay on for this. Did not think that we would have a lot of emotion here. But, oh, we most certainly do. This is very wild. JJ has not gone on a rant in a very, very long time. And it's about to get pretty heated in here. It just is. I'm sure that PHLY is going to get mad. I can't even imagine how mad RB is going to get at this game tonight. Because, yeah. All right. What's JJ going to say? What is JJ going to say? All right. First and foremost, before you guys, some of you guys do leave, I want to say thank you all so much for being on here. Not the best call by any means, but again, I love the support, and I appreciate you all again for just riding and dying with me, man. Okay. Monologue screen. Give me my bleeping camera. Okay. You know, I'm watching this game, and the first thing that came to my mind is that the Jazz are gonna come out here with a plan. Go with their bench guys. The Sixers are gonna go with their bench guys. But the question is, how will the 76ers find a way to actually make this look bad? Make it look so good that it was bad. And to be honest with you, both teams played bad, and they also dealt with this whole thing bad as well. Yeah. The whole season, to be honest with you, I've been sort of bottling this up, but this whole season has just been an incredible disaster that's really laughable when you think about it. Okay, you watch this team, and you just think to yourself, well, they're supposed to be a contender. Like let's go back to the very beginning of the season. They get Kyle Lowry, they get Eric Gordon. They think that it's okay to extend Joel Embiid. Who is so injury prone. And yet I love Joel Embiid as a talent. He's an incredible talented player. But they think it's, first of all right to extend Joel Embiid and then get 75,000 old guys just partnered up with him and, put together a team, put together a roster, and think to themselves that they can compete for a damn championship. We're in this hole. And so, anyhow, that's thing number one that sort of crossed my mind tonight. The other thing that really crossed my mind, and I'm not even getting to the game just yet. It was just 3 weeks ago, if y'all can remember, we had somebody who was actually running our team said, you have to squint your eyes in order for you to believe that we can still win a championship. You might just have to squint your eyes. Meaning that guy was blind. He was blind to it all. He thought it would be a great idea to contend with a team with just a lot of injury-prone old guys and surround the big man with those people and pay him to the full max. Today's game is a reflection of the Philadelphia 76ers organization. They have a head coach who looks so clueless out there that he's actually still trying to win games. He puts in his starters who are doing really well. And this is no disrespect to Lonnie Walker. It's no disrespect to Quentin Grimes. They got to get paid their money, right? They got to get paid their money, so they got to ball out. And that is completely understandable. But the organization has another job to do too. And it's Nick Nurse's job to do what's best for this organization. And right now, that is to get to the bottom of the barrel and go after Ace Bailey or just get that asset. Get that top 5 draft pick and do whatever you can to turn that into a potential superstar type of a player. And Nick Nurse wet the bed again. I want him gone. I want him off the team. I'm done with Nick Nurse. Okay, he challenges a play with 2.1 seconds left to go. And at first I'm like saying to myself, well, why would he do that? Why would he do that? And I forgot he was trying to win. The ball gets inbounded from to Jared Butler. Justin Edwards throws a full court pass. Okay, it's supposed to go out of bounds. Jared Butler tries to save it for some reason, and Keontae George actually touched it last. Keontae made the right move there because he knew what was at stake. They had to make this thing look so bad to make it look so close. The Jazz were up by 16 at one point. The Sixers were up by 22 at one point. They had to make it so bad that it actually looked like it was actually a competitive game. If you look at the final score, you see 126 to 122. That was not the case tonight. When it came down to the stretch, Lonnie Walker is making wide open threes. And yet, the Jazz are still saying, take this from us, Sixers. This guy, Filipowski, is making ridiculous threes. Quentin Grimes is hitting his foul shots. And it's just such a disaster. It's so weird that we're in this spot where we just we have to root against the players. It is just so weird to just be in that spot. And I don't get it. Of course Quentin Grimes goes 0 for 5 from the line when he goes for 47 or 48 points against the Golden State Warriors. He just had to make all his free throws tonight. The basketball gods were like, yeah, he's going to make his free throws. He's going to make his free throws. If he misses all those foul shots tonight, we actually lose the game and we win. We do. Is this tank thing over? No. But after watching what happened against Toronto last night, and after watching the collapse that the all-time great performance that the Brooklyn Nets did, the 76ers won the game. And they lost. They lose another chance to get a higher percentage of going after a top 5 draft pick. And the head coach deserves 95% of the blame tonight. 5.5 minutes come into the fourth quarter, and he puts back in his starters. You can't do that, dude. And if the media is going to question you about that, you got to be prepared for the answers. He's just so clueless. He's a zombie out there that he's still, even during this whole process, has been trying to win, even though they've just been so bad. He's still trying to win. Josh Harris. I hope to God that you sell this team. I'm not done with you either. I'm looking at you straight in the eyes, man. What you've done to this team is such a disgrace. And with the way that you're gaslighting the whole Joel Embiid thing, saying that this wasn't on you, this was on Daryl Morey, guess who signs the paychecks, man? It's you. Sign on the dotted line. You're at fault for this too. It's been years. It's been damn years. And now you have a football team and a hockey team. You had a hockey team before, but you have a football team that you're more focused on. And this is why I don't want Jeffrey Lurie to ever get another team. Because one team is enough, and he does care about the fans. But my gosh, the city would not be happy if he were to get another team. And this is exactly why. Because all he cares about is his money and what is going to happen in his pockets. And he doesn't care about the team. He doesn't care about the fans. He doesn't care about you. He just doesn't. He doesn't give a damn. Sign Paul George's paycheck. You signed Joel Embiid's paycheck. And again, this stuff happens, man. This stuff goes on because you know you might be advised like what to do, but ultimately at the end of the day, you're the one that's signing off on every single thing, man. Nick Nurse decides not to bench Adem Bona at the end because Adem Bona is outplaying Andre Drummond. And yet, what do you think Adem Bona is going to do? Adem Bona is going to want to go out there and play for another year and have more success. Andre Drummond, out of the two, is not the good player over the last couple of games. We know this. We absolutely know this. And yet he just thinks it's a great idea to just go out there and try to fight for this game for whatever reason. Edwards was actually missing his shots. And yet, we win. I feel so bad for going down this road, man. I do. I feel so bad for going down this road. I'm really trying not to fully yell. I thought I was going to yell a little bit more. I'm angry. I'm actually really angry that they won this game. And not only because this would have increased their chances of getting a top 5 pick, but Utah is 15-49. They're battling for the top pick. And yet we just couldn't get on their damn level. That's what stings even more. Look, Walker played well. Quentin Grimes is great. Okay, Jared Butler balled out. Jeff Doughton Jr. was actually hitting shots. But the issue is, too, no one's talking about this, is that they're executing plays as well. They were, again, because the head coach is still trying to draw up plays, and he's trying harder to try to get his team more fit to try to win this game. They're running down X's and O's. Now's not the time to do that, man. Adem Bona had 5 blocks today. He had 14 points and 14 rebounds, and he played 32 damn minutes. Andre Drummond played 10 minutes, and his plus-minus was a -10. Oubre was a -7. Yabu was a -18. They're struggling. Play them. Alice Reese, give him credit. 6 points, 9 rebounds. Again, this is not on the players. This is specifically on the terrible coaching staff and how bad the organization is. And the media is just as soft, dude. The media is not even going to ask the tough questions. I cannot wait to hear what Nick Nurse has to say. I want Nick Nurse gone. Especially after tonight. Chat, what say you? How disgusted are you with this basketball team? Even when they win tonight and try to lose and just can't understand how to lose the right damn way. Please. Please talk to me. The funny part is, too, and this is what no one else is talking about either, Quentin Grimes, you give him playing time, he's going to want to increase his stock. So, he has 25 points tonight in 27 minutes, hits all 9 of his foul shots, goes 4 for 9 from 3. And he's trying. Because he has something that he wants to prove when he wants to get his money. If you're the head coach, if you're the organization, if you're Daryl freaking Morey, and if you said to play Tobias Harris last year in the playoffs, which he did, he had a thing for Tobias Harris. We all know that. Because Nick Nurse knew that Ricky Council IV was the better player, and he was told from the organization, from the top down, to still play him. But now, the organization doesn't want to come on in and say, bench Quentin Grimes. Bench Lonnie Walker. If you have a hot shooter out there, you take them over to the bench. They don't want to say that now. That's on the organization. So they're okay with going out there and, having Tobias Harris play because he's on a max contract and that type of a thing. And then Joel Embiid and Paul George, doesn't matter. They could be, playing 35 minutes or what have you not. But they're not okay with doing it this way. And maybe I just answered the question to myself. Why is that? Because because they're getting paid a lot of money. And again, they don't care about what's best for the team. You understand what I'm trying to say? if Kelly Oubre Jr. and Andre Drummond were on max contracts, they would have played 35 minutes tonight. But guess what? The team cared about winning. The organization cared about winning tonight. And so Jared Butler and Adem Bona and Lonnie Walker IV all played over 30 minutes. And they actually gave minutes to the young guys. So now they want to play the young guys. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense? Next job should be on the line, but this is a reflection of how terrible the damn organization is. Tobias Harris could play 33 minutes. Or actually, sorry, he could play 42 minutes and go 0 for 2 from the field in Game 4 against the New York Knicks. And the reason why was because he was getting paid a lot of money. But yet, if they wanted to win that, if they actually cared about winning, they would have put in Buddy Hield. They would have never sat Buddy Hield in Game 5 of the NBA, of Game 6 of the first round. They took him out because, again, they had to pay Tobias Harris. And they're paying Tobias all that money, so Tobias has to go out there and has to play. Do you see where I'm coming from? Do you understand? And it's not like I'm just making this up, because this has happened time and time again last year when you're playing, when you have a max salary player. There's just something that's written in there that says, that's an unwritten rule saying that you can't bench these guys and you have to play them over a certain amount of time. 30 to 35 minutes, man. At the very, very minimum. It doesn't matter how bad they are. You still have to play them. You can't bench them. Unless you're Ben Simmons. See how flawed that is, though? But yet, if we're but yet now we want to play the young guys. Now we want to play the guys that are on prove-it deals. And it's because the veteran guys are not on max contracts. I hope that makes sense. Because it doesn't make sense. What else is there to say? Anybody else? Anybody else have anything else that they want to contribute to this? Jane? Anybody? You guys don't have to, but I'm just curious if anybody else has any other thoughts about this. You want me to open up Discord? Nah, maybe not tonight. Not tonight. Not tonight. I don't think we'll do it tonight. Trash. Absolutely disgusting. All right. I think I'm done. I think we got everything off of our chest, even though I still feel like I have a lot more to say. Is there a Phillies game tomorrow? Yeah. We'll be on in the afternoon, and we will be ready for that. I hate this team. I have never, to be honest with you, I never thought that I would actually really despise a team just watching them. During the process years, was I angry at the product? I don't know if I was necessarily angry. I was more so sad at the organization. But at least the guys were competing. You know what I'm saying? The guys were competing. I'm angry with this team because we were promised a championship. And the way that we did it was to build old guys around the big fella, pay the old fella, and then during the middle of the season, we think that it's going to work, and then this GM comes out at the trade deadline saying you just got to squint your eyes a little bit to see a championship level of a team here. When clearly you did not do this the right way, and this is all your fault, and it's Josh Harris's fault, and it's Nick Nurse's fault. Joel Embiid, it's your fault too. Don't get me wrong. Joel Embiid has had a lot of issues, man, staying healthy and whatnot. And I love Joel Embiid. I've always backed him up, and I still do. But man, oh man, I mean, this guy certainly deserves some criticism as well. Paul George deserves criticism. All these guys are just absolutely unbelievable. And I have never thought that I would ever really despise a team or a franchise, and this is the one. I despise them. They owe all the fans out there an apology. They owe them a whole entire press conference of just apologies from all the way down, at the very, very least. And every single game for the rest of the year should be free. So, it's a shame. It's really disgusting. I don't think anybody's looking forward to these games. But yet we're still here because we care. And it sucks that we're the ones that are suffering from this. And hopefully we get rewarded soon because that's what we deserve. We're just praying to God that one day this team will actually be really good enough to compete for a championship, get out of the second round, and just have what it takes to do that. And right now, what they're giving you is just flat out a disgrace. They can't win the right way. They can't lose the right way. They can't do anything right. It's annoying as hell. It's really annoying. The championship-winning Eagles attended the other night. How embarrassing that must have been for them to just see this type of rubbish being delivered to the fans. Yeah. There's just... the whole organization is just such a disgrace. Love Yabusele. Love Quentin Grimes. I like Lonnie Walker. But my gosh, this organization just cannot handle anything correctly. Before I do go, we'll take a look at the tank-a-thon standings. Okay? We'll do that. I didn't really even yell tonight, but you know what? I really feel like I got a lot off my chest. I really hate this team. I really cannot stand this team. Let's go to a window capture here, man. Window capture, tank-a-thon, the Bible. The Bible's right here, folks. So we got, this was game number 63. We got another game tomorrow. Yay. So there's 19 games left. There's 19 games left. So now, because we won, we are 2 games behind Toronto. Or sorry, 1.5 games behind Toronto and 1 game behind Brooklyn. Great. Good stuff. It's beautiful. All right. I'm done. Done babbling. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night, man. I love you all to death. I'll catch you all in the next one. I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon. You guys certainly make these days shine, even when things are really tough, man. You know, I will always remember you guys. Like when we get really big, when we reach certain milestones, Doug, Denbrew, Stoney, Jeevanoots, Scott, Jane, Larry, like I'm gonna remember all of you. And I will always be appreciative. And William too. And PAS, and I know I'm missing people. But I will always remember you guys. And I will always be hopefully grateful one day that we can go out there and that we can compete for something. And if I see you guys in the chat, even if we get over 2,000 people on here, no matter how big it is, I'll be like, yo, what's up, Will? What's going on, Jeevan? What's going on to all of y'all? And Neil and Doug. There's people, man. I don't forget, especially during times like these. All right. Love you all, too. I do. Good night. Lala Tov. Have a good one. Bye-bye.